The Daily Raz Show with Jack Wilson.
Okay, here we go. We're coming in now. We're on camera 4, and I'll bring us both in. There we are. Hi, I'm Jack, and this is my wife Carol. We're doing a show together.
Hi, this is Rosie.
That's one of our two kitties, Rosie.
Animals,
and
we have animals.
And then we have Rita, and she may wander in here too. Who knows? So, I thought today we would do a podcast and talk about some emails that I, have received, because we were going to kind of preface these podcasts with emails, and haven't really been able to do that. So today we've got a couple. One from Rocky I'm not going to mention last names or anything, in Pittsburgh, and he was asking, what is the weather like in New Mexico? And he asked a few other things. And Rocky, I can tell you, it's not like Pittsburgh at all.
I've never been to Pittsburgh. What's that like?
Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll talk about Pittsburgh a little bit. But then I did get another one from Albert in Houston. And he was now this is a little more serious. He's asking about what I think about the immigration policies of Trump. And look, that is really deep. I write about them on dailyraz.com, the things that he does. And you can probably go there and look at some of those. We'll talk about it later on in some of the podcasts, but not today. Some of the podcasts that we do later on, I'm going to talk about them, and one of them would be when we talk about Robert.
Your friend Robert.
My friend Robert, right, because that actually has to do with immigration in a sort.
Oh, big subject.
Yeah, so we'll not do that today.
Okay.
Let's go to back to Rocky in Pittsburgh and talk about the weather in New Mexico. And
I wanted to know what it's like in Pennsylvania.
In Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've lived in Pittsburgh for a short period of time when I went there to run a business for a company. And I was there for, 6 months, something like that. However, being from Ohio, Akron, my hometown, is like 100 miles from Pittsburgh, so the weather is almost exactly alike on the Great Lakes. And Pittsburgh is an old steel town, steel industry. Over the years, it's transformed into data centers and technology, but Pittsburgh is still Pittsburgh. It's old, has a lot of old buildings. It's down in the valleys of the hills of Pennsylvania. The weather is hot and humid there in the summer because of the rivers.
Oh, yeah.
And the trees. In the winter, it's cold and snow because of Lake Erie and the lake effect snow.
Oh.
So much of Pennsylvania is like that, as is New York. It's just it's a lot of inclement weather, snow, rain,
And humid with the snow.
and humidity.
Yeah, so cold and clammy.
Right. Maybe that's why he's asking about the weather here.
No.
Maybe
Welcome to New Mexico.
I didn't ask him, but maybe he wants to move out to the Southwest.
A lot of people do.
And a lot of people do. More and more people are moving to the Southwest.
There's plenty of sunshine for everyone.
Right. I mean, what is the weather like in New Mexico? It's
Moderate.
Yeah, we do have seasons.
Right. Hardly ever goes over 100. Hardly ever goes really below freezing.
Right. We live. Our home is at, we notice now, 6,000 feet.
Yeah.
Santa Fe is between 7 and 8,000. It's about closer to 8, I think.
It's much colder up there.
Yeah. What is it, about 15 degrees, 10 to 15 degrees colder?
Yeah, I think so.
And they get snow. Now, what do we get? One snowfall a year, maybe?
Like 2 or 3. But they, even if it snows a little bit, they call off school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Or they call a 2-hour delay.
Yeah.
A 2-hour delay.
Like it's going to melt that fast.
I remember living in Santa Fe. I mean, it was a constant 2-hour delay all through winter. They would do that. But so getting back to the weather in New Mexico, I mean, it's moderate. When you look at the temperatures that are reported, it looks hot, like 100 degrees. But it's not, because we don't have humidity.
As they say, it's a dry heat.
We're in the high desert, and so you can stand in the sun, and it will feel hot. But you step in the shade, and it's like instant change.
Yeah,
Am I
you can
right?
really feel that difference.
Yeah, yeah. I love the heat because I used to live in that area where Rocky is. And Rocky,
Come on over, Rocky.
yeah, I don't.
There's no jobs, but
Yeah.
it's a nice atmosphere.
Yes. I mean, a lot of people move to New Mexico. For example, in New Mexico, the big cities would be Santa Fe. Albuquerque is the largest. Then you go south to, Socorro, Las Cruces, Truth or Consequences.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, and I think maybe that most of the population is concentrated in Santa Fe, Albuquerque, Las Cruces, because that is a university town. Las Cruces is a nice town, and that's probably it.
Yeah,
New Mexico.
Lots of little towns.
Yeah, a lot of rural towns.
I was just reading this population in Albuquerque.
What is
It's
it?
just 557,000.
Right, but they're not taking. I don't think they're taking the outlying areas of Albuquerque, right? Because I don't know. That's probably right. That's probably right. It looks bigger when you get up on the side of the mountain and look at the lights at night. It looks like it goes on forever and ever and ever. But getting back to the weather, the summers are nice. They're hot. You get sunshine like 330 to 350, I don't know, 300 days a year or something like that.
A lot of days.
A lot of sunshine, right.
Yeah, I used to go and hide before I was used to being in Albuquerque again. I was living in San Francisco, and it was really dark a lot.
Cloudy.
And when I moved here, I looked for a place to be dark. It took me a while.
Because of the sunshine.
The sunshine.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I love it, but enough sometimes. Give me a dark room.
Well, I spent so much time back east, because I spent a lot of time working on the Eastern Seaboard in New York and Baltimore and Philadelphia, and down the coast to Florida, and in in Maryland, and so it was cloudy a lot, and I just love the sunshine. I can't get enough sunshine. You know that.
I know that.
And so anyway, in the summer, it is it's generally pretty warm, 90 to 100. In the summer, it rarely gets down to 80 unless it's at night. But it's not uncomfortable.
No, it really cools off at night.
Yeah, the desert cools off at night, you're right. And it's not uncomfortable because you don't perspire. So, it's desert heat. It's desert heat. And in the winters, they're mild. Again, because there's little or no humidity. When it does snow for us, now it snows up in the mountains when you get up to 8,000 feet or higher, 7,000 to 8,000 feet. Then they get snow because the mountains kind of stop the clouds. But we don't get that much. If we get a couple a year, then it's melted. Boom! The next day, the minute the sun comes out, it melts.
We do like seeing it pile up on the back, like in the table in the backyard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We go back and we go, look at that, so much like.
I know. I remember the picture I took. It's like that was the day we got 9 inches. 9 inches.
That was rare.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and but it was gone the next day. It just doesn't stick. On occasion, we'll get once every dozen years, perhaps we'll get slammed with snow. But then, when we travel, we have to be prepared, right? We have to be prepared for different weathers, for like leaving here,
right,
and going north. If we're going up to Santa Fe, we may leave here in a fleecy, but when we get up there, then we've got to have coats and gloves and that. And then if we go farther north to Durango or Telluride, go up into Colorado, that's a whole other.
Then you need your hat and mittens and.
Right, you have to have your
mittens.
Car prepared for that kind of weather. But it's fun, isn't it fun going up to Santa Fe in the winter?
Yeah, it is fun.
In the holiday season in particular.
Yeah, we remember that year we went to Christmas Eve up there.
Oh, the Canyon Road.
Canyon Road, and everybody had lights on, including the dogs. It was so funny, a dog wearing holiday lights.
Right, yeah.
They looked pretty happy about it. They were all like, ooh.
That's
up and down the road, just people everywhere.
Isn't that's like what do they call it? It's a holiday common thing for what they do with the dogs, putting lights on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was wearing lights, and were you wearing lights?
No, I wasn't. You were.
I was decorated with lights.
Yeah, I was taking pictures.
Much fun. But man, was it cold!
Wow, that was
coldest one of the coldest I've ever been.
In Santa Fe.
That night, yeah.
Yeah, it was cold. I remember that.
I was having so much fun, but I was like, I can't do this anymore.
And up and down Canyon Road, they had, they built fires in barrels and out on the street, and the smell of pinon in the air.
Everything was so wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got to do that.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what pinon is, it's a tree that's a kind of a bush or a tree that's indigenous to New Mexico. I don't know why, but you don't find it anywhere else. And I mean, you can tell the smell right a well. And I mean, you just fall in love with it.
Well, it's the burning of the pinon logs in the fireplace, and that smoke is just hypnotic.
And we're going to have some to burn probably next week.
Yeah, it's getting a little cool.
Yeah, back to the weather right now for us. It's dipped down now into the 40s because it's overcast and cloudy, and it down in the 30s at night. So we're coming up on being able to use our wood fireplace, burn pinon.
We have to go outside though to smell it.
Yes, I know. Yeah, you can't smell it.
We
inside.
leave the door a crack open and it'll come through there, but in the house, it just goes right up the chimney.
Yeah. And it's cold now, but hey, next week it could be in the 70s.
Yeah.
I mean, it just changes that quick. So the weather in New Mexico is...
You can't beat it.
You can't beat it. It is. And I think probably Arizona is the same way.
No, you don't want to go there.
No.
No, don't. Rocky, come to New Mexico. It's better than Arizona.
Yeah,
it's certainly better than Texas.
come to New Mexico and open a business in New Mexico. Yeah.
How about a hot dog business?
A hot dog stand. Yes.
There's a couple already, but I don't know, whatever you're into.
Yeah. I know I watch the weather, and of course, still have family back in Ohio, and I watch the weather there. So you're going to be getting snow pretty soon, Rocky.
You brag to your relatives back there.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you do. It's a thing.
Talk to them in the dead of winter and tell them I'm outside and in a t-shirt or whatever. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But I mean, Santa Fe. The weather in Santa Fe can go extreme to extreme to extreme. It's back and forth, but. It's interesting up there. They don't use, and from back east, Rocky, you guys use, I think, salt on the roads still. And there is no salt on roads out here. Nobody uses salt.
Why?
Well, I don't know. First of all, it's not necessary. And the second thing is in Santa Fe, that's one thing when we go up there in the winter, you notice how our car, it's always brown and dirty, and because they use the volcanic dirt, the volcanic ash dirt, that brown
I didn't know
stuff.
That. Yeah.
That's what they use up in Santa Fe on all of the roads. So we don't have salt or the liquid version of salt, I forget what it's called, that they spray on roads up in some places in Colorado, but also back east. And man, it just destroys cars. But we don't have that.
The salt destroys the roads and the cars.
And the roads and the cars, you're right. Yeah. But we're looking forward to
a seasonal change.
Yeah.
I like all the seasons here.
They're nice. We rarely ever have to put on heavy coats.
Yeah.
I think we have I have a ski jacket I use in Santa Fe when we go up there. But most of the time it's the kind of, the puffer jackets or fleecies. And usually sometimes just sweaters. Very, very mild.
Yeah.
Because when you're out in the sun, it's warm. I mean, when the sun hits you, it is very warm. But, I see you've got Rosie over there.
I do. She wants to be on the program.
Mom, I want to be on the program.
Well, she is. I can see her there. I can see her ears. Anyway, Rocky, that's what the weather is like in New Mexico. It's great. And, it starts breaking around March March, and then April we start seeing 70-degree days in April. Still cold at night. Again, it's the desert. And why is that? Well, because the sand, we live on sand. And sand, unlike dirt, does not retain heat. Yes, the deserts can get really hot during the day, but at night they cool off because the sand will not retain the heat.
But up here where we live, near in the foothills of the Sandia Mountains, we're on granite.
Yeah, rock. That's exactly
we
right.
are on solid, everything very solid around here.
This is the bottom of the Rocky Mountains. We're down where the Rocky Mountains start up in Canada and work their way down through Colorado and
Northern New Mexico.
Northern New Mexico.
So really we're in the toenails of the foothills of the Rockies.
Correct. Yeah.
Ew.
But it's still pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
pretty.
Our home is at 6,000, and we can spin around and look outside from the front of our house to up the Sandias, and that is 11,000. And it doesn't seem that high, 11,000 feet from where we're at, but remember, we're already halfway up.
Right.
Already halfway up the mountain. So, but when you get up there, then you can really tell how high we are.
We are high.
Yeah.
Except not right now.
No. So, okay, well, that was just kind of a thing we wanted to do on the weather in New Mexico. It is changing, and next weekend is Thanksgiving, the holiday. We're going to be able to burn piñon again. It's been a while. I love the smell of it. And we do have a wood-burning fireplace, and we've talked about converting it to gas.
Because it's a lot of trouble. You're always getting up and down and getting more logs from outside, and at least you didn't have to chop them.
No. No.
You just have to carry them in.
And it's, the reality is, too, wood-burning fireplaces are dirtier. But, the smell is just...
Sometimes they have no burn days.
Right.
Not often, but...
Not often. But that's the one great thing about New Mexico in the winter is the smell, especially when it does snow, when we do get a snow, and it's on the mountains, on the trees, on our bushes outside, and then the smell of the piñon. That's great.
You can't even bottle it.
No.
I think they've tried, but it doesn't work.
Yes, they've made these little incense burners.
Well, those are pretty good. Those piñon incense, that the ones that are made here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, we used to send those back east.
Yeah. I don't know if you appreciate it. You don't have the whole experience with it, but the smell you can't deny.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was nice. And then just to remind everyone that we will talk more about politics. That's where I kind of vent on dailyraz.com. I do write on there on a blog, and I kind of vent about current events and things. And
there's always a lot to write about.
Always a lot to write about. So, but we'll probably do some more shows on that. The next one coming up is going to be about Robert, my friend Robert. So look for that, shortly. And follow us on dailyraz.com or on this channel. And we appreciate everybody listening. Thanks.
Nice.
So we're going to say goodbye now.
Say goodbye now.
Wave over here. We're on camera 4 over there.
Oh.
Okay. All
Bye
right.
now.
Bye now.